In the nearly 300 years that people have been studying Jonathan Edwards and his works from their early life to 2016, we've seen the influence of Edwards come and go with varying levels of enthusiasm. As marked by Kenneth P. McKenna and Jonathan Edwards in the 20th century, the years that surrounded the 300th anniversary of Edwards' birth, there has been a renaissance of the importance of Edwards' work in theology. That being said, there has been a series of devaluation of Edwardian views during the Progressive Era and the Jazz Age, or better known as the 1930s. McKenna quotes an author during that time that stated, Edwards believed in the worst in God, preached the worst sermons, and had the worst religion of any human being that ever lived on this continent. Even sinners in the hands of an angry God, more commonly known and referred to as sinners, regardless of how one felt about its message, was left from classroom discussion and academic research. In the 1960s, there was somewhat of a revival of this material, and Sinners was once again included in academic source material, with production ramping up in the 1970s, 80s, and 90s. Even some easy-to-read versions were released to the general public by church groups, which according to McKenna is a practice that goes back to the year of 1826. So it is easy to see that Edwards' influence has been haphazard at best over the past few centuries. One direct legacy of Edwards was his influence on education in the colonies. At a point in time where religion, and Presbyterians specifically, were driven the main factors in why people were seeking an education, Edwards only furthered this cause by dedicating his life to preaching the word and benefits of literacy as to understand Scripture, running missions to the Native Americans in Stockbridge, and finally as president of the College of New Jersey, which would eventually turn into Princeton University, one of the oldest and most prestigious institutions of higher education in the United States.